You can't control everything. My question is, are you taking charge of the things you can control? In this video, I'll be talking about how the food that you eat and the amount of daily activity you have is actually impacting your breakthrough. The three things that you can do to start seeing change in your mental and your physical state, and the mistakes that we all have made that can block your progress. Before I start, I'm your host and coach, Shayla Ma'a. If you're new here and have a vision and want to break past your limits and transform, I invite you to subscribe and join the community because that's exactly what we do here. Be sure to check out the description below where you'll find my freebies and links to my Facebook community as well as ebooks, courses, and programs. I remember an era in my life where the moment I woke up, I had to tell myself over and over, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I literally woke up in a panic. Yes, I literally spent almost every morning of 2015 waking up to a panic attack before I even got out of the bed. The moment I opened my eyes, I felt a rush of anxiety. At the time, I wasn't very active and I ate pretty much anything I wanted, especially fried chicken. Let's be clear, I was 80 pounds overweight and strung out on antidepressants. And you see, the antidepressants added to my obesity because it affected my liver. Comment down below if you'd like to hear more about antidepressants, and I'll make a video. At the time, I was attending therapy, and I received not one recommendation regarding my fitness or nutrition practices. So I had no idea that the foods I was eating and my lack of activity was affecting my personal development progress. Back then, the situation was so depressing. I lived in the hood and I knew I needed to move to make a change in my life. So I decided to move back home with my mom. For the first few months, it was better, but still bad because I didn't get along with my mother's husband and I had to find something to do during the day to avoid conflict with him. So I started a gym membership and started hanging out at the gym. Now, I knew that working out was something that I needed to start doing, but the initial reason for me signing up at the gym was to avoid conflict. I also had learned that walking helps with depression. So I was looking forward to the results. So for those few months I lived with my mom, in the morning I would house hunt and then I would go to the gym. And I would walk on the treadmill every day. I enjoyed listening to the music loud and walking on the treadmill and almost dancing. I'm the type of person I would almost catch the Holy Ghost just from listening to my favorite playlist. You could catch me at any given Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday over there on the treadmill, dancing and carrying on. I'm that girl. But overall, that experience got me through a tough time. And it showed me the benefits of being active on a daily basis. I was so determined to avoid my mother's husband that I was forced to be consistent enough to start seeing results. And we all know once you start seeing results, those results are all you need to keep going. They become addictive. So once I started to see a few results, I became more committed. And by the time I found my house, I had formed a full blown habit. I was a gym girl. Yes, I was that girl. I was so proud of myself for making such a big change. But I noticed I wasn't losing a lot of weight, even though I was working out. It dawned on me that I was still eating whatever I want. I realized I had to be honest with myself about my bad diet because I was working too hard in the gym not to see the results of my labor. So I started researching and I discovered so much like intermittent fasting, the different types of diets like veganism. I even became a pescatarian and I considered keto. I learned about micronutrients like zinc, iron. I found out I was anemic or magnesium and vitamin D. By the way, the sun is the best source for vitamin D, in my opinion. I also learned about macronutrients like fats, proteins, and carbs. Yeah, that fried chicken was all in it. And I learned how terrible the fried chicken I had been eating was. My favorite part of this part of my journey was when I learned about intermittent fasting. I literally tried it and became hooked and even started becoming an OMAD person. And if you want me to tell you more about the OMAD, I will do another video about that, and you can look it up all over YouTube. The OMAD is one heck of a diet and way to live. And it's basically where you eat once a day. And so I did that for almost a year. And man, when I tell you it helped with my weight loss. Then, once I improved my diet, I became more vibrant. I was less moody. My body really appreciated the change. I started to slim down and my confidence grew because when you look good, you feel good. I was even able to break my writer's block, all from committing to fitness and nutrition. Fitness and nutrition really started to help me with my personal development because I had a more balanced body and mind. And that is one of the main benefits of changing and improving your fitness and nutrition practices. Upgrading my fitness and nutrition practices helped me to break through a state of depression and anxiety and a better state of being overall. See, the foods you eat and the amount of daily activity that you actually do impacts your personal growth. The energy and clarity that you get from working out and eating clean, you need that in order to break through tough habits, endure and persist as you develop, as you go through your personal development journey. You're going to need that energy and clarity to break through lifelong habits, traumas, and challenges. You need a healthy mind and body. And this is how what you eat and your daily activity impacts your breakthrough. Fitness and nutrition supports a healthy body and mind. Fitness and nutrition helps support a healthy mind, and fitness and nutrition helps to support a healthy mind and body. The hormones released during workouts is going to boost your mood and relieve stress. Then reaching your fitness goals and overcoming food habits and bad habits, that's going to also boost your self-trust and confidence because you know you can pick something, choose something, and stick to it and become a champion in it. So those small wins also helps your confidence and boosts your self-concept. Comment down below if you want me to make a video about self-concept because the self-concept has a lot to do with your success as well. But let's stick to fitness and nutrition for this video. Practicing and managing your fitness schedule and meal plans also help you to become a better time manager. And time management is a huge personal development skill to acquire during your personal development journey. So just by sticking to a fitness plan and a meal plan, it's going to exercise your time management skills. We may not have control over everything, but what we do with our time, we do have control over. And fitness and nutrition are also two things that we actually have control over. And that is a blessing that we can control what we put in our mouths. We can choose to eat clean and we can control what we do with our time and how much we spend being active on a daily basis. Like my mentor taught me, what you do with your time, what you put in your body, and what you do with your mind are three things you have control over. So in order to really reach the heights you want to reach when it comes to personal development, we have to take control of the things that we have control over. Fitness and nutrition is definitely one of them. If you are suffering from mental and physical symptoms, it is time for you to take an honest audit on what you do with your time and your eating habits. Here are three things you can do right now to start seeing change in your physical and mental state. First of all, ask yourself, if you continue to live this way, where will you be 1 year from now? If you want to see something different, start by writing it down. Why do you want to see change? Imagine and write down in detail how this change will impact your life and be specific. And most importantly, write down one thing you can do today to move you closer to your goal. Just one thing. One of the easiest ways to start your fitness journey so you can tap into all of the benefits is to just start by walking 20 to 30 minutes a day. A good way to get started with your nutrition journey is to stop eating at a certain time. That way, you allow your body to digest the food and you'll tap into fat burning if you go over 16 hours before your next meal. So, even if you just commit to stop eating by sunset, only if it's possible, that will be a start to your nutrition journey. Making change is a process, and you can reach your goal one step at a time. All you really have to do is show up for yourself every day. Now, some of the mistakes that we all have made when it comes to making these type of changes, we're too hard on ourselves. If you mess up, if you have messed up, it's okay. There's something called tomorrow. And every day you wake up is a blessing and an opportunity for you to show up in a mighty way. Your mistakes make you wiser, and that includes fitness and nutrition. Through trial and error, you'll learn what not to do the next time. Another mistake we make is we give up too easy. When you find yourself not wanting to do it, revisit why you're doing it. Go back to that list. Remember, when you write things down, not only is it making it official, but it's a reference point for you to go back to and remember. I remember how I felt the moment I decided to make change. And I remember this is why I chose to do this. Revisit your why whenever you feel like giving up. And you know what? Make it a habit that even when you don't feel like walking, that you show up. Even if you only show up and walk for 3 minutes, you showed up. That's a win. Don't make it a habit, but I mean, push through is what I mean. See, the act of showing up for yourself, it builds your goal getting muscle and it builds integrity. Integrity is when you stand on your principles. So you're developing them through committing to your personal development journey, your nutrition, and your fitness journey. So those principles that you have created for yourself, when you stand on them, when you show up, that is developing character and integrity. And if you get hungry after your cutoff time, it's okay. Just make sure whatever you eat is a healthy snack and prepare ahead of time for those weak moments where you really want something to eat, and make sure you have healthy snacks in the house. Another thing we don't do is we don't document the journey. It's important to take pictures. That the before and after is going to be epic. Create video vlogs expressing how you feel when you go through challenges. It'll be a movie. And you know what? Post them to the Facebook community. Share them, because you never know what you're going through, what you're challenged with, what you're deciding to persist through could be exactly what someone else needs. So don't be afraid to share your story. And you can find the link to the Facebook community in the description box. What I like to do is create weekly challenges. Mark off your wins and track your progress and celebrate each and every win. Like my mentor said again, never let what you didn't do outshine what you did manage to accomplish. At the end of the day, fitness and nutrition supports a healthy mind and body. And the good news is we have control over our fitness and nutrition practices. You do not have to wait for the new year or the perfect time to start improving your fitness and nutrition practices. You can start with one thing today and go ahead and accelerate a breakthrough in your life. Watch this video with tips on how to get back in the gym, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.